Welcome to Meliora's channel, your go-to place for C# and data analysis tutorials, products hands-on demos, and insider secrets to keep you at the cutting edge of innovation. Our goal is to break down complex tech topics to a level that you will easily understand to supercharge your skills. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Welcome to this session. In this session, I will take you through the process of creating the WPF application. And in doing so, we would try to create a simple WPF application that has the capability of performing the CRUD functionality. And as you know, by CRUD, I mean it's able to insert records into a database table. Is to be able to retrieve records from a database table. It will be able to update existing records in a database table. And finally, it should also be able to delete a record from an existing record from a database table. So, without much ado, let's dive into it. We will be using Microsoft Visual Studio as our IDE, as integrated development environment to do this job. So let me open my Visual Studio 2022. We'll be using a community edition to handle things today. So yeah, right there, you can see my screen now. The Visual Studio 2022 is open. So I will just go to create a new project, and then I click on it. And right here on the left, you can see a couple of project types that exist, which you can select from. But these exist for me because they are the project types I've recently worked on. So if you are new to Visual Studio, then you may not have this, but if you are not new, then you will definitely have something, but it will also be different from what I have because it will only keep the recent things you've worked on, and this is my own list. So we'll be doing a WPF application, which is here on my list, but in case you don't have this list on the left here, what you then have to do is to come to this part on the right and search for WPF. And then you will see a list of all the WPF applications that you can actually create. And yeah, so in our case, you just make sure you select the WPF application with C# and Windows available on it, so which is this one. So which exactly is the one we have on the left here. So if I click on it, double click on it, and it comes up with this window where it's now asking you to enter the name of your project. So you can enter anything that makes sense to you, but you probably would look for a name that reflects what that application is going to be doing. So in this case, because we are just using this for training, I will just call it WPF training. WPF training app for CRUD. So that's what we can call it. That. You can name it whatever you want, and then here I would just leave place solution and project in the same directory. That's what I usually do it. But you can, if you want, unclick this, and you can actually give the solution a different name if you want to give it a name that reflects something different from what the project is saying. So, but in my case, I always like to keep both of them in the same place, and I also like to retain the same name, both of them. So I will leave it as it is, and then we click next. And here you only have to select the framework, the version of the framework you're using, the WPF framework you're using. So usually I like, the .NET framework you're using. So usually I like to take the default, and as you can see here, the .NET 8.8 is the .NET 8.0 is the default, and that's the one that has the long-term support available. Where .NET 6.0 also has long-term support available, but .NET 8.0 is the latest. So I will stay with that. And then you come and click create. Once you click create, you just hold on, and then it comes up with a default kind of application for us, like a starting point. And right now, actually, this application is complete and it works. So the first thing I usually do before I start doing any further work is to rearrange the script to suit the way I like to operate. You can operate this way if this is your style of operating, but my style of operating is that I like to put this lower window now, the one on the bottom part of the screen, to just be somewhere here. And I just do that by coming to click this vertical split down here. And when I click that, it rearranges that screen where I want to. So now I can see everything clearly. So, but before we make any changes to what has been generated for us, let's actually run this and see what the system has generated without us doing much. So run, you just click this green arrow button here, and then let's watch what happens. And it gives us, that's it, it gives us this empty window. So it's running. It's not that we have not put anything in there. But right now, the next phase of the work we have will be to go in now and put a couple of things, controls on this window, and then a couple of buttons, and then we'll be able to give it some power to start processing stuff for us. So in the next video, we will dive into making changes to this generated application, and we can see what it will look like for us. Thank you for watching, and if you learned something new or enjoyed this video, be sure to show us support by clicking like and subscribe. Your support helps us to bring you even better content, so stay tuned for the next exciting video. You can also click the link below to see other free and paid videos on other exciting topics. If the click did not work, kindly copy the link and paste on your browser. Thank you, and see you in the next video.